about a quickie before bed? This one has to do with the use of passive voice. This is a literary device where the subject of the sentence is being acted upon instead of doing the acting. He shut the door is active voice. The door was shut is passive voice. In literature it's fine, but it's something to watch out for when dealing with politics or watching the news. If you say the door was shut, you aren't saying who it was that closed the door. When you see a sentence like that, the appropriate question to ask is, by whom? A classic in politics is, mistakes were made. But mistakes were made by whom? We need to know who it was that made the mistakes so we can hold them accountable. Passive voice is a way of avoiding that. See, a sentence in passive voice has no agency. A report on a crash of a police cruiser read, the car was driven onto the sidewalk. Driven by whom? Wouldn't that be the policeman? Why not say the policeman drove the car onto the sidewalk? Because you don't want to give him that agency and imply he's responsible for the crash? How about, this breach of trust must never happen again? So a breach of trust just happened? Out of the blue? Without anyone actually doing any breaching? We see this in a lot of police reports. An officer-involved shooting occurred. When the suspect fires, it's the suspect drew his weapon and fired at police officers. But when it's the police initiating it, the shooting just occurred. People just sat around, minding their own business, when guns just jumped out of their holsters and started firing. Just one of those things. It gets even more insidious. You have a right to be cared for when you are sick. Cared for by whom? Casper the Friendly Ghost? Someone is going to have to be caring for you, and if you have a right to that person's labor, then that person is your slave. The people who wrote that sentence must have known that, otherwise why would they have used the passive voice? So watch out for the passive voice whenever it's being used by a politician, bureaucrat, or pundit. It usually means that something not very good is being done. And the operative question is, being done by whom?